Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Chris with the C. Hope you're all doing well. Thank you very much for joining me today. Guys, massive thank you first of all for all the likes, shares and subscribing to the channel. Amazing guys, amazing. Right, I bet you wondered where the Zorro's been. Well guys, it's not that I haven't wanted to run this truck. We have been waiting for parts for it. I've ordered some, they're on their way. The guy I bought them from, it's an upgraded drive shaft, and basically he's been on holiday, so he didn't actually see the order before he went away. So fair shout, I've spoken to him, he messaged me and we've got it on the way. But I want to show you some of the upgrades we've got for the car, okay? This vehicle, I have, well, not just me, there's a few people who've wanted to support this little build that we're doing with this car. I've gone and got a load of upgrades for it, and I've also had some parts sent to me as well. So what we're going to do is dive down, we'll have a look at the car, I'll put the head cam on, we'll go through the vehicle and all the bits and bobs. I'll explain to you what's what. This is going to be upgraded, as we mentioned, everything we do on the channel, upgrade everything. And yeah, I'm looking forward to actually getting this built. So, see you down below. So first things first guys, I just want to say I am using a different camera at the moment, so I want to get your feedback on what it actually looks like as well. So I'm, for maybe a couple of videos, I'm going to be playing about with some settings and trying to get the picture to look as good as I want it to. Yeah, so the FTX Zorro, when we took it out last time, we managed to snap the drive shaft. Now bearing in mind guys, if you need a recap on what's happened with this vehicle, what we've actually done is we fully upgraded this to brushless, and yeah, we went big on the we went big on the power. So yeah, ended up with a BLX 100 in there, and obviously we went with a 3652 3300 kV Hobbywing G2 motor, and ran it on 3S, and yeah, it pooed its pants straight away. No, everything else seemed to hold up okay. It was all it was to do with was that drive shaft. I kind of knew that was going to happen. I got told it was going to happen. So I've literally, all I've done with this one is brought it home and put it in the cupboard. And it's not like me really, to be honest, but I have been sidetracked with other things, as you've probably seen on the channel. But the idea is with this now is I've been collecting parts for it to just basically get some upgrades and go through the car as I normally would and start upgrading everything. So first of all, I want to thank Simon from SBRC guys. Now Simon is a very, very pleasant guy to talk to. He's one of the first parts breakers here in the UK. Basically, every time I've asked him for any parts for the vehicle, he's normally come straight to the rescue with some parts. And I've got to be fair to the guy. Always pleasant, always nice to speak to, very knowledgeable. I will put a link in the description. But what he's actually sent, guys, and I was quite surprised at this. Now, I did purchase one or two bits off him, but what he said to me is I'm actually going to send a few bits over for you as well. So I was quite chuffed for that. So I wanted to get rid of the flex, or some of the flex in the rear. That was one of the things. So I did order these lower links, as you can see. So what we've actually got now is anodized metal. What they'll actually do is basically take away some of the flex and the movement at the back of the vehicle. So we've got those. They're going to be going onto the car. I'm quite looking forward to fitting those. We've also got the torsion bar that goes between the chassis and the rear axle. So they again in metal. By the way, obviously the company that provides all these is RCAW, but the gentleman who actually provided for me is SBRC on eBay, Simon. He's also sent me, guys, as you can see, some wheel nuts, blue wheel nuts. So we're going to be putting those on. We've also got some metal hexes, because they are plastic on here as well. All right, along with the pins, so that's nice. I was definitely going to be fitting a set of those. That to me looks like I don't know what that is actually. Is that to do with the link? It might be to do with the link. No, I don't know. What is this for? I don't know, I'm going to have to message him on that one. Guys, if you know what this part for on this Zorro, put in the comments, let me know. What else have we got? We got front caster hubs. There's another part that I wanted to order because I know the caster hubs on the Zorro do tend to break. And servo mounts. Now again, the servo on this, I am planning on upgrading to a metal geared servo. Even though this one's worked fine, I do intend when we do the upgrades is to actually change that over to a metal geared faster servo. So yeah, got that as well, so that's nice. Right, that's those parts. We also now in this car here is a plastic spur gear and also a non-hardened pinion gear. Now the car uses I might be wrong here, but I think it's a 62 tooth spur and also a 22 tooth pinion. Now as you can see guys, I bought these on eBay, so all metal, so that should definitely help with stopping the car shedding the spur gear and also getting the power down. So I've bought those, and we've also got, what else we got in here? Oh, I did buy, because it does have a I got these parts. Where did I get these from? Make It Build It, I think it was, maybe, possibly. It was Wheel Spin. Make It Build It, I think it was. The 23 tooth metal motor mount. So obviously they've got different size motor mounts for the 17 and the 23. So I've gone for the 23 because that's obviously the gearing that I've chosen to go for. So that's that. And guys, check this out. In fact, should we take it out the packaging to show you? Now, one of the big problems with this car is chassis flex. And I was talking to Rue from Rue's RC's Adventures, sorry, and he said that he was using, I'm going to check that out guys, carbon fibre. He was using a carbon fibre / aluminium chassis plate, and what that's actually going to do, as you can see, there's no flex in that. So what that's actually going to do is stop the car flexing. Basically what happens is, because the motor is rotating that way, all right, it causes the whole chassis to twist along with the suspension. Now I'm expecting the suspension to twist, don't get me wrong, all right, that is just part and parcel of a trophy truck. But what I don't want is obviously the actual chassis itself twisting. So he recommended fitting one of these, and we have got some carbon fibre suspension towers as well. So, but yeah, as you can see guys, and I think this part was possibly around about £23, but it sounds expensive, but it's not. When you consider what's going to happen here now is actually the car will stiffen up and actually be able to use some of the power. So those are the upgrades guys, as you can see. There you go. I hope the camera's picking that up. As you can see, carbon fibre weaved, and then obviously you've got the aluminium front plate here, which is obviously, as you can see, like that. That's going to replace that. I also want to give a big shout out to Mr. Paul Fryer as well. Now guys, as you know, he's a big supporter of the channel. He's actually a very, very knowledgeable fella as well. He's actually converted one or two of these. He's actually, at the moment, he's got the brushless version, so it's a different platform altogether. But he has been giving me loads of advice on this car. So the plan is, we're going to keep the motor, we're going to keep the ESC, because I've proven those work well. We're going to upgrade the gearing to the metal gearing, as you can see. All right, then we're going to toughen up the chassis and the motor mount. We're also going to give the steering a little bit more leverage and less flex. and upgrade the servo to a, I think I'm going to use, I've got there, a Spectrum 651 metal geared servo. Now, doesn't sound like a lot of torque, I know, but this car is so light, all right? It doesn't need to be a really torquey servo in there. Change your front caster hubs. I need to find out what this is by here, but I haven't got a clue. Wheel nuts, wheel hexes, and then we're going to go suspension legs, and obviously the torsion bars running this way. So I'm quite interested to see how this is going to turn out. I really wanted this to work and prove. Now, yes, there's a lot of upgrades, but if you're someone who's already invested in the platform and you've gone ahead and done a brushless upgrade like me, as I say, we've got the stainless steel drive shaft coming. You've gone ahead and done all the upgrades. The plan is that you can just maybe buy a part and then maybe go and get yourself the other ones. Yes, I've gone and got them all in one go to show you how it's going to appear on the car and what the performance will be. But when you consider the cost of this here in the UK, as I mentioned previously, is 120. I think I paid £123 for it. Still not a lot of money, guys. Now, if we can get a good level of performance out of this for underneath, let's say, call it 250. All right, yes, there are other alternatives in the UK you can purchase, and it's going to give you the same level of performance. But I'm looking at it from a perspective that you bought the car cheap. And then from there, you've then bought parts bit by bit and slowly upgraded the car in a process, basically. Fingers crossed, what we're going to get here is an absolutely awesome truck. I still love the way suspension moves. I love the way the car kind of dips into corners. The way it ran the first couple of runs up and down that grass track in Penrith. It was absolutely awesome. And then obviously the drive shaft decided to give up. So there's a lot to be said about that, guys. A lot to be said when you consider, all right, granted, you don't have to go for like a hobby wing motor or BLX 100, but you could pick up maybe a motor and an ESC for these days. I think on AliExpress or something like that, you could pick them up for, Christ, what are we talking, 45 quid maybe, something like that. But I'm going to stop this portion here. Like I said, these are all the upgrades. Massive shout out to Simon from SBRC. Massive shout out to Rue from Rue's RC's Adventures. Massive shout out to Paul Fryer. And yeah, guys, I'll put a link in description. Obviously, if you need any of these upgrades as well. Let's go up top and I'll see you up there. Welcome back up top, guys. So as I said, that is obviously all the bits and bobs I've got for the Zorro, the brushless version that I've got. Fingers crossed, I'm going to be doing the video of fitting all those possibly tomorrow. I want to get it ready before the weekend. Big shout out to the Panside RC, Kerry Diggy on RC Bashers, Dare Valley RC Club, and also Tenby RC. We've got a big meet, guys, this Saturday, the 19th, up in Dare Valley Country Park. So if you're in the area, guys, in Wales, pop up. We have jumps, ramps, there's a gravity pump track, drinks, refreshments and everything else is going on. So yeah, pop in. But like I said, huge shout out to everyone that's been giving me advice with the Zorro as well. I'm hoping that I can possibly get this ready and send it over the pump track. Now I want to see how that car handles over the jumps and everything. I'm not going to send it to the moon because it's not that type of vehicle, but massive thanks to each and every one of you as well. I hope you're liking obviously the new footage. Let me know in the comments what you think about the camera as well, because I have had to go from DJI to GoPro due to a, well, basically the DJI nearly caught on fire. So not the camera itself, the actual charge pack. Check the box for more videos and stay awesome, guys. Until next time, I'll see you later.